Alright, what's going on? My name is the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. And real quick, let's see what's going on. Alright, sneak peek into the weekend. Alright, sneak peek into the weekend. Alright, this is a collective read if you're interested in wanting to know what's going on in your weekend. Alright, those readings are available. Alright, 7-day forecast readings are available if you want to know what's going on for the next 7 days, each individual day. Alright, those are 2020. Alright, take the lead, accept responsibility. Alright, take the lead and accept responsibility. Stay integrity is here. Alright, forgiveness. And seek healing. Alright, spirit say avoid drama. Alright, meant to be, something meant to be. Courage is here. Spirit is asking you to take some sort of courage. Alright, communication, synchronicity. Shadow work. Alright, take a risk. Spirit is asking you to take a risk. Alright, Spirit wants you to take a risk. Truth is here. Alright, and shadow work. Truth is here in shadow work. Alright, embrace uncertainty. Alright, so you don't know what's going to happen, but Spirit is saying do it. Just do it blind. What's going on, love? Alright, focus is here. Alright, higher power. Alright, moon readings are being done today. If anybody wants a full moon readings are 2020. Alright, full moon readings are 2020. Alright, I'm only doing, let me see. I'm only doing 4 or 5 moon readings today. Alright, so 4 or 5 moon readings. Alright, beginner is here, beginning, and knowledge is here. Alright, intuition. Spirit is telling you to follow your intuition. Alright, something is getting ready to happen for you. Spirit wants you to take the lead. Alright. Take the lead. Alright, stay integrity. Alright, cleanse. Spirit is asking you to cleanse. Alright, Spirit is asking you to face your fears. Support is here. Alright, boundaries. Alright, knowledge. This video gonna be real short. Alright, Spirit is asking you to focus. There's a whole bunch of focusing. Alright, I heard sacrifices. Alright, there's some sort of magic happening around you. Spirit is saying do nothing. Alright, forgiveness is here. Act responsible. Alright, knowledge is here. And avoid drama. Alright, meant to be. So something is getting ready to happen. Alright, something is meant to be. Spirit wants you to avoid drama. Alright, whatever this is. Whatever this is. Alright, I'm going to pull a few more cards and I'm going to end this live. What's going on, love? Alright, today is doing new moon readings. I'm sorry, not new moon. Full moon readings. Alright, full moon readings are available. They are 2020. Alright, let me run a few of these promos before I do this last pull. Alright, so if you are wanting 3 months of unlimited readings, alright, $40. Unlimited, $40 for 3 months. Alright, for the first person who wants unlimited reads to the end of the year, alright, $50. $50 to the first person who wants unlimited to the end of the year. Alright, if you are wanting unlimited reads for the month of May, alright, that is $30. Alright, $30. The first couple people, the first 2 people, $20. Alright, so there's a whole bunch of different types of promos going on. Alright, so if you are interested in reads, please let me know. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Alright, general readings are $22.22. That covers love, money, and career. Alright, donation readings are available as well. Your assistance is definitely needed this weekend, all right? There's graduation going on, and this is the last week of the highest prices, okay? So donations are accepted as well. Please and thank you. All right, Cancer and Leo is significant. All right, let's see. A new car is here. Somebody's getting ready to receive a new car. Somebody's making the right decision when it comes to you. All right. Somebody found out everything. Somebody was betrayed. Miracles is coming your way. All right. An uncle could have betrayed somebody. Yes, you were right. All right. Somebody is missing you. You're getting ready to be stable. Something about an aunt. All right. There's some sort of vacation happening. Some sort of rebirth that's getting ready to happen for you. All right. Somebody getting a divorce. All right, so somebody is separated from their past, and somebody is coming towards you to start a new life with you. Somebody told the karmic the truth, and there is a divine union that is getting ready to come together. Okay, inheritance. This has everything to do with home, family, prosperity, savings, and house. All right, somebody is experiencing an unexpected loss. All right, somebody can't stop thinking about you as well. All right, and I'm going to end this reading. There is some sort of message coming towards you. All right, does anybody want a reading before I go? Does anybody want a reading before I go? All right, does anybody want a reading over here on YouTube? All right, if you would like a reading, all right, you can always feel free to email me, all right, if you have any questions about the promos. I will see you guys.